Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another video for you. Do you remember them? These are the leaves that we have collected from the succulents that we bought from IKEA. Have you watched that video? If you haven't, I'm going to link up here or down below and you can go check it out. In that video, I've shown you how I collected these leaves. So anyway, for today's video, we are going to do leaf propagation and we are going to try to find out the best, the fastest, and the most successful way of propagating succulent leaves. And yes, we are going to do air versus soil versus water propagation. So I just have the leaves over here on top of a paper on my tray just to let them dry out for a few days and get them ready for the propagation. So after 3 days, these leaves are already calloused or dried, and you want that because you don't want your leaves to be rotting. Think of it as they have an open cut or wound when you pluck them out from the mother plant, and you would want to let it heal first before you introduce them to water or soil that is moist. So these are how the leaves would look like after they are calloused. And I have one or two over here that has damage. This was damaged by the pot because the succulent has already overgrown the pot, and so it actually cut it. I wanted to include it in the propagation because I wanted to see if this succulent will produce some pops even with the damage or the cut on it. I know I have another one over here with the same condition. Oh, it's here. Okay, I want to include these succulents in the propagation experiment that we're going to do because I wanted to see if the condition that they're in will affect the propagation process. I want to see if because of the cut, will they be rotten or will they survive the propagation? And you will also have some leaves like this that are already too wet, and I'm pretty sure that they will just be rotten along the way, so I'm just gonna put them aside. And some will have a little damage like this one with like a burnt tip, but this one I think it will have a high chance to survive. So yeah, let me just look through the other leaves and then we are going to go with our setup. So these are the things that I already have, and I've decided to use them for the propagation. So here we have this container, and I'm going to use this for the water propagation. So what I'm going to do is to put some water in about an inch high and cover it with cling wrap to support the leaves. And yeah, for this one I'm going to use, this is actually the lid of the container, and I'm going to use it for air propagation, and I'm just going to lay the succulent leaves over here. And lastly, we have this one. Yes, this is a shoe box cover. And I'm quite sure that this is thick enough for the soil propagation. And all I will do is to lay some soil in it. So here is our setup. I have prepared the water propagation already. I put some water in it and I've covered it with cling wrap. The lid for the air propagation, and I have the soil on the shoe cover already, and I have sanitized all these containers. And here you can see the leaves that I have prepared. So I have tried to get the same size and the same amount of leaves for each propagation way because I want to give them a fair chance, or you could say a fair fight. So here's our first setup. This is air propagation, so I just laid the leaves on top. Next, we have the water propagation, and let me just show you quickly how I put holes on the saran wrap. And you would want some holes that are big enough for the succulent leaves to go halfway in. And here you go. This is the setup for our water propagation. And lastly, this is our setup for our soil propagation. Anyway, we are going to do this experiment in a span of 4 weeks, and I will be giving you weekly updates. And here we would like to see the best, the fastest, and the most successful way of propagating succulent leaves. Hi everyone, it's been a week now since we did the setup for our leaf propagation experiment. So in this experiment, we wanted to see the best, the fastest, and the most successful way of propagating succulent leaves, and we use air versus soil versus water. And yeah, today I'm going to give you an update of how they are doing after a week. And that is the first week update of our leaf propagation experiment. Do you guys have any bet on which method or technique will be the best, the fastest, and the most successful way? Comment down below. Anyway, the video is getting longer, so I have decided to make a second part of the leaf propagation experiment video. And if you want to check out the second, the third, and the fourth week update with the result of this experiment, please check out the video, my next video. And And yep, that is it for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!